spending 2 weeks. She said their bill on dumpsters is $1,500 already. They charge a fee to bring them out, a charge a fee to take them back, and a charge at the dump to dump all the stuff.
So is FEMA responded?
Oh, I don't know.
Because if you get your debris out onto the street, FEMA would normally pick up debris like that.
Well,
it's not on private property.
And talking to some of these people, you hear that they will, like, you can see the debris here, but some of these places set so far back and to get it out there is a tremendous amount of labor.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
that's where Rotary can help.
Exactly, Mike. That's exactly.
You're a good man, Mike.
We need you guys to rent a plane and fly the whole club out. We'll put you up at the beach.
Yay.
It was before or after another hurricane?
Yeah. Well,
another will come. It's North Carolina. It's Wilmington.
I wish it was a hurricane. This tornado, when it hit down, it was a category 3 at 160 miles an hour wind. So it was moving pretty good. And you talk to the people here, their houses just blew up. Fortunately, a lot of them got in the bathrooms, but all the windows broke out and glass just came through. I mean, if you're in the middle of it, you would have been sliced to pieces. So pretty incredible. Anyway.
Glad you guys are safe.
Let me just.
All right. Well, I just wanted to check in, say hello to everybody. I'm out of here. We got work to do this afternoon.
Okay, Mike. Nice to see you.
All right, guys.
Yep. Good luck.
Good meeting.
Take care, Mike.
Yep.
We have commercials before President Dave shuts us up. Is that good?
Let's see.
Excuse me.
Hey, these are nice slides.
Mike leaves and everybody goes quiet.
That's our nature.
Mr. Bradley, are you here?
Funny you should ask that, Trevor, because I'm not sure you're all here.
Not quite. But my mommy said I'm special, so.
Oh, you're all that and more.
What a layup.
Hi, Carol.
Did she make you wear a
Thanks
helmet?
again for getting my vest.
Oh, you're welcome. Hi.
Hey, Carol.
Nothing strange. My screen is all whacked out.
Hey, Darrell.
Hi. Hi, Darrell.
Hello,
Hi.
Dad.
How are you? Good.
I was thinking about you. I was at the beach the other day.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it snowed here.
Really?
It's like 7 degrees. I've never lived where it snowed, so.
That sounds wonderful.
Carl, did you
What?
get your power back?
Oh, we only lost it for an hour and a half during the night.
Oh, okay.
And we only had one tube crack in our pool filter. but the pool was ice, so my husband had to break it all around the edge. But our son's pool actually lifted from his coping, so we really had problems.
That's serious. A friend of mine, Darrell, is Bob. A friend of mine lives in Richardson, just out of Dallas.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he never lost power because he was on the same grid as the local hospital, but he had a pipe break and they had to shut the house down. They had to move to a motel.
Oh, really? Yeah, our son had a pipe break in the master bedroom, so.
Yeah. Theirs at least was in the garage, but it tied to the house. So they're getting it fixed right now.
But the problem is that none of our houses here are winterized. I mean, it's hot, everything's air conditioned. So to have it get so cold, and then there was snow on the ground for 3 or 4 days, and it took a couple of days to melt it. In fact, I saw a big pile in a market. I was shopping parking lot yesterday and hadn't melted. So it's been staying, it got to 79 one day. Today it's supposed to rain. So we're going to have rain now till Tuesday.
Yeah, it was a little chilly last night, Darrell.
It's crazy here.
I think it got under 60 degrees last night. It was a little cold.
Is your house or our house?
Darrell, did you lose water?
No, we didn't lose anything except power during the middle of the night for about an hour and a half, and that was it. So we were lucky, but Dawn dripped faucets, so we didn't have any problems.
Where are you, Darrell?
What?
Darrell, where are you? Where are you?
We're
in
just
Texas?
north of Dallas. We're just northeast of Dallas. We're where South Fork is. Remember the Dallas television program? We live out by that house.
Okay, so you're
South
close
Fork.
to Tyler, toward that area.
No, Tyler's way east. We're close to Allen and Plano and McKinney.
Oh, yeah.
We're
Okay.
in that area. Yeah. So, yeah, where it's windy all the time and there aren't any mountains, that's what I miss the most are the mountains.
Mhm.
And that's why it's windy here, because there's nothing to stop the wind.
You don't miss the ocean?
Tanya, hi, Placide.
Michael Magasin.
Hey, hey.
There's Felix. Hi.
I can see.
Is Ann Safco still in Rotary?
No, but it was her birthday yesterday.
Yes, I know. That's why I thought of Ann.
I saw her the other day. She's doing really well.
My sister
good.
works for her.
Oh,
I'm overdue getting into her for have my eyes checked.
yeah. So she still is an optometrist. That's good.
Yeah. How old is her little boy? He's, I think, 6 or 7 now.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's got to be. Yeah.
Time goes so fast.
I remember she brought him to Sue Engler's house, didn't she, for a ladies' temperance to get together? Or did I dream that?
No, I think she did. I
don't remember that.
You're not a lady.
You have to be 2 years old, Hugo, and under.
You have to be female.
Isn't that one of those things, though, if you remember it, you weren't there?
When you get to be this age, yeah.
I enjoyed that when we get together, the women would.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Hey, Felix Wang.
Well, good afternoon, Rotary Club of Thousand Oaks. I'm glad to see everybody on today. We have a really fun program lined up for this afternoon. Well, as we normally do, we are going to kick off with our joke contest. So if you are in the joke contest, you can unmute. If you're not, please stay muted unless you're talking. I'm looking for the ringmaster, but I have not seen him sign on yet. So today's joke contest, before we get to semifinals today, it's Trevor Lights Out Tylock versus Michael Chop Chop Magnuson. So I think we will go ahead, and I did just now flip a coin, and it looks like Michael gets to go first. So Michael, you're up.
Wow, what a coin flip. Boy, I saw that coin flying in the air there, Dave. So thank you very much for the honor. All right. So, this amazing thing happened. I got this vision of the future, and I saw us when we were back at Thousand Oaks, back in the in our beautiful Los Robles greens, having our lunches, and then the vision kind of got a little dark. It took a turn. You see, there was Vicky Arndt, and she was eating her lunch, and she started choking. She was having problems, and she started choking, and Hugo looks at Martin, and they say, "Oh, we got to do it again. We have to do it right now." So Hugo and Martin jump up, and Martin drops his drawers, and Hugo starts licking Martin's tush. And Vicky, staring on, is just flabbergasted. She just busts up laughing, and she can't believe the sight she's seeing, and the food dislodges from her mouth. Hugo looks at Martin and he says, "See, Martin, I told you that hind lick maneuver works every time."
Can we vote now?
Whoa, okay, all right. All right, well, let's see. Yeah, somebody said they're glad they finished lunch already. Okay, Trevor, up to you.
All righty. So Mike, I hope you do win because that means that I'm done. So Blonde is going door to door trying to find some paying work. She knocks on one door and an older man opens it up. "Hey, mister, do you have any odd jobs I could do for cash?" So he looks at her and guesses she's not very smart, and he takes advantage of it. So he says, "I'll give you $10 if you paint my porch. There's paint, brushes, ladders, and everything you'll need next to the car in the garage." So the Blonde says, "That sounds great." Guy closes the door laughing at what a great deal he just got. Half an hour later, she knocks at the door again. He opens it and there's a Blonde. He asks, "You finished already?" She says, "Yeah, it isn't really that big, but I think you should know it's not a porch, it's a Jaguar."
Wow, this could be a very close contest today. Okay, we're launching poll. Who's moving on to semifinals? Get your vote in. Here we go. Poll is up, ready to go. Get those votes in. All right.
Just want you to know I voted for Trevor.
All right, I think
we all did, Mike.
All right, let's see. We've got about 10 more people to vote. We'll give you 5 more seconds. Get your vote in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're going to end polling now. And it looks like Lights Out is moving on to the next round. Trevor, Lights Out, Tylock, you're on next week. So good job, contestants. Thank you so much for your jokes today. Appreciate it very much. Greatly appreciate it. All right, Maria, over to you to do guest introductions.
Yes, I'm pleased to welcome to our meeting today, Ellen Wall, who is Nancy Wall's mother. Welcome. And also Daryl. Nice to see you here, Daryl. Also, I'm going to turn it over to Carol Robinson because she has a guest she would like to introduce. Carol Robinson.
I'm sorry, I was not prepared with mine unmuted. Yes, I'm pleased to introduce Alexandria Jordian, and but I don't think she has her video on. I was going to have her wave to a. At any rate, she's videos on. Oh, there, the video's on. Hi, Alexandria. Yeah, she is an attorney, and she's new to Oak Park, but she has a home there, and she's checking us out today. So nice to have you, Alexandria.
Great, welcome. All right, Marie, any other guests?
There are some other guests here, but I believe they will be introduced later on. Some of them have to do with the program, and I believe Trevor will be handling that later on.
All right, great. Thank you. Welcome, guests. We're glad you're here. And thank you, Maria. So over to Steve Stanley to do inspirational moment and pledge. So Steve, over to you.
Hopefully everybody can hear me. So as some of you might know, a couple of weeks ago was back in St. Louis, and my father passed away a couple of weeks short of 93 years old. You know, it was not a surprise. He had, you know, health-wise, he had deteriorated considerably in the last year. But we all were, you know, together and were able to share some moments among us and talk about family. And I thought an inspirational moment that I'd like to share with you is a poem about family. And it'll hopefully give us all an opportunity to think about how our input or how we and our actions can have a somewhat and many times dynamic influence on, you know, others, especially younger people in our family. Thank you for teaching me wrong from right and encouraging me to keep my dreams in sight, for showing me to not let obstacles keep me down, and for creating a smile of my frown, for saying that you care about me, and for showing just how special love should be, for wiping my tears away when I'm feeling sad, and for calming me down when I tend to get mad, for helping others with the good that you do, and for teaching me that I should help others too, for bugging me when I am feeling blue and whispering into my ear, I love you. Thank you, family, for all that you do. I don't even know where I would be if it weren't for you. So can we have the pledge now? I pledge allegiance to the flag
Did I lose everybody?
Now you got.
Can hear you.
Are we there now? Sorry.
We had it. Steve, is there a reason you stopped the pledge in the middle?
No, I didn't know if I was supposed to lead it or there was
Oh, no, yeah, go ahead,
a video pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Steve. All right. Now we have a song. This was provided by Nancy today. So here we go.
You can gripe all you like, you can sneer, where are the heroes? You can shout about how everything's a lie. Then that flag goes by. You can snipe at the greed, at the need to be a winner, at the hype you keep hearing from on high. And you think, why try? And you wanna cry. Then that flag goes by, and you think, that's why. That's the best idea. That's a really good idea. What you wanna do is brag. I'm part of that. Yeah, I know it's just a flag, okay, but still, for a minute you say, hey, we could, we will fix everything tomorrow. For a minute you're aware, you're feeling proud, suddenly you're staring at the crowd and you're thinking there's no link. I can see they're as different from me as they possibly could be. Then you see the idea. And you know it's a dream, and you know it isn't perfect, and at times it may seem to go awry. Then that flag goes by, and no matter how you sigh, it's the bright blue sky, it's just mom and apple pie. There's this thing you can't deny, this idea that it's fixable tomorrow. There's a chance, there's a choice, we can change ourselves tomorrow. We're in charge, we've a voice, an idea about tomorrow, to remember when the flag has gone by.
All right, thank you, Nancy, for providing that. Very good, excellent. All right, it's time for our fine session, so I'm going to turn it over to Chris Bitcoin Lamia to lead us in a fine session. So Chris, over to you.
All right, thank you. Let's see if I can get this thing to work. All right. So let's do this. Okay, so is it just showing the main screen? Hopefully not the other screens. So first up, well, many people don't know, but I've been a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan.
Chris, it's showing
Say
all,
what?
it's showing all your screens.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, that's not good. We can do it from this way then, because you won't be able to read it from there. Can you see this, the main screen now?
All we're seeing is your list of documents.
You don't get to see the main big one?
Not yet.
Now we're seeing the other screen.
You're seeing the other screen. All right, hold on one second.
You can project just PowerPoint if you want to. You can select the app or the window.
That's what I thought I had done. And let's see if this works. Now, is it a big one or is it all of them?
Yeah, you're pretty good there. If you
Okay,
just go
so-
on the slideshow, you should start from play from start. You'll be fine, I think.
All right. Is it showing all of them again?
There
Nope.
you go. You're good.
You're good now.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Sorry for the tech problems. So many of you don't know, but I've been a Buccaneers fan since the beginning, which means I've endured years of pain. And you'll find out now through this slide presentation why or how that came about. So my first person to call on, hey, Trevor, you're there and you're very helpful. So let's see if this works. Trevor, premiering in the 1976 season, how many games did the Buccaneers lose before winning their first NFL game?
16.
Ooh, that is an excellent guess, but actually 26 games.
I saw.
And that was when
I
the,
wasn't sure which one it was.
The season was 14 games back then, so they lost almost 2 entire football seasons before finding a win. So it is 50 if you're wrong, 20 if you're right. So next, let's go with, let's see, who's a good person for this? Well, it would have been, well, I don't want to give it away. Let's go Paul Dryman. Paul Dryman, who was Tampa Bay's first head coach, and where did he coach before the Buccaneers?
I think it was Alfred E. Newman.
It was whom?
Alfred E. Newman.
Well, they played like it was.
Yeah. Where are my choices?
There is no choice. You just have to come up with a name in this case.
I know the answer. I just can't think of it.
There's one I can answer.
Jeff, you want to phone a friend?
I can answer.
Yeah, I'll phone a friend.
All right. Someone help him out.
How about John McKay?
Yeah, why not?
John McKay from the University of Southern California. So that question was going to be for Mike Hebert, but he had to drop off. So that is correct. When after a loss one time, when asked about his team's execution, Coach McKay said, "I'm in favor of it." So let's see now. Sticking with that USC theme, let's go to Mike Jansen. 1977, which USC running back did Tampa Bay draft with the first overall pick? Was it Ricky Bell? Was it Marcus Allen? Was it Anthony Davis? Or was it Charles White?
1977, that would have been, I would say, Charles White.
That's a good guess, but it actually was Ricky Bell. So growing up,
and
I was a
didn't know you were
USC
a-
football.
I didn't know
Say
you
again?
were a Bucks fan. I have a sign that I brought from the Super Bowl for you. I have a bunch of.
Oh,
extra
well,
ones.
thank you.
So I'll
Yes,
get that to you next time I see
I
you.
was a USC college football fan, which is why when my coach and then my running back went pro, that's how I became a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan, regardless of what happened after that.
They were
So
pros.
next up,
They were pros when they were in college.
so next up, this is a good one. How about Karen Fernari? Karen, in Tampa Bay's first NFC Championship game, just 4 years into their establishment, who did they play? They play the Rams, the Packers, the Cowboys, or the Giants?
I'm going to say the Cowboys.
It's a good guess, but actually it was the Los Angeles Rams, and they lost, unfortunately, 9-0. So good guess, Karen. Next up, 20 years later, they're in their second championship game in 1999. Who did they play then? And this would be for Ian. Was it the Rams, the Packers, the Cowboys, or the Giants?
Rams again.
And you are right. They lost to the Rams again, this time 11-6. So next up, we have Carol Freeman. Tampa Bay won their first Super Bowl in the 2002 season. Who was their head coach, which are listed there, and who did they play, which is not listed there?
You know, if it's not my Buckeyes or my Cowboys, I really know nothing. John Gruden.
You are correct. Who did they play against?
What is a two-part question?
Yeah, you know.
Who did they play against? Wait, in what one?
The hint is in the name. John Gruden. Who did they play in that Super Bowl?
Who was he for? Yeah, I just know it's not my Cowboys. Hold on.
Did you say hold on, or are you going to guess?
I said, how's that? That's my guess.
All right. It was the Raiders. So John Gruden's former team.
Oh, I should have known that.
Well, yes, you should have, and that cost you $30 extra. So next up, Steve Stanley. 3 quarterbacks played for the Buccaneers and then went on to win a Super Bowl with their new team. Name 2 of those quarterbacks and you avoid a fine.
3 quarterbacks played for the Buccaneers and then went on to win a Super Bowl with their new team. Ugh.
2 out of 3, baby.
Yeah, I can't. You know what? I mean, Tampa Bay is just like on the far other side of the country. And I can't even name one.
Yes, you can. I'll give you a hint. One of them played for the 49ers.
Young? Steve Young?
There you are. You're still fine. Doug Williams won with Washington. Steve Young went on to the 49ers after coming from the LA Express to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And Trent Dilfer, actually, Fresno State product, won with the Ravens.
Wow.
So there you have it.
Well, my condolences to you.
4 players have entered the Hall of Fame as Buccaneers. Let's have Martin. 4 players have entered the Pro Football Hall of Fame as Buccaneers. Name 2 to avoid a fine.
I can't name them. I have no idea. I mean, Tampa Bay is in Florida, and I don't pay any attention to Florida.
Oh my gosh. How about Leroy Selman? How about Warren Sapp? How about Derek Brooks? And just this year, John Lynch.
Didn't he play for Dallas?
Sorry?
Didn't John Lynch play for Dallas?
Wow. You can go back to sleep, Martin. We're going to move on.
Thank you.
Okay. Bob Lewis. By the end of the 2020 regular season, Tom Brady set the Buccaneers record for passing touchdowns with 40. In the same game, which Buccaneer receiver set the NFL record for consecutive 1,000-yard seasons to start a career with 7 consecutive?
I honestly don't know. I watched the first half of the game, and then we went to some friends for dinner that I thought would have the game on, and they didn't. I missed.
So you went and visited Martin, is what you're telling.
Well, it could be, but also, you know, I didn't even know Buccaneers had a team until just this year.
Well, that's interesting that you say that. By the way, Mike Evans was the answer.
Okay.
So we're going to go now to Pat McCoy for our final question of the day, because as much as people give the Buccaneers grief, here is the interesting question of the day. How many teams have never won a Super Bowl? 6, 8, 9, or 12, Mr. Pat McCoy?
Well, if I had to guess, because that's truly what it would be, I'm going to say the one in the middle. What is that, 6 or 12?
Well, there are 4 numbers, so
Right.
which number would you like?
12.
I'm sorry, which one?
12.
12. You are right. Neither the Vikings, the Bills, Bengals, Panthers, Falcons, Chargers, Titans, Cardinals, Browns, Lions, Texans, or Jacksonville Jaguars have even won one. So I don't want to get any more grief about being a Buccaneer fan and how bad they are, because we have 2 now.
Yeah.
So
I've
with
already-
that, I will turn it back over to Dave.
Please don't call it the emergency services, okay? Thank you.
Hey, Chris, how do you spell John?
So well.
Which John?
Like in Gruden.
Oh, probably without an H, but you know, I was doing it quickly.
Just
All right, here we go. Thank you, Chris. We're glad that you became a Buccaneer fan this year. That was outstanding. So good job. Appreciate that. All right, we are on to Fun Time Pat McCoy. So Pat, over to you.
All righty. Now for another exciting poker draw. I'm looking at the camera. I don't know what this is, but the name is sorry about that. I need to go through these.
Yeah, pick one you like, Pat.
No comment. Okay, here we go. Doug Messner, is he here?
No.
Oh, that's too bad. And he's still a member. Okay, on to the next bit of fun time. Today, we're going to do give our 2 truths and a lie. And none other than past president, Carol Freeman. Carol, turn on your mic and give us your 2 truths and a lie.
Okay, here you go, guys. Oh, there they are on the screen. You can read them. My first year of school, kind of like Charlie Plum mentioned, was in a 1-room schoolhouse, a 1-holer outhouse for our bathroom, and a grand total of 2 people in my first grade class. Second, my most cherished time of my nursing career was caring for Vietnam war veterans as they returned. And number 3, maybe on a little happier note for that, some of my best experiences as a nurse were doing hands-on training camp physicals for the Dallas Cowboys.
All right, so Carol, thank you. Let's see if you are able to fool the club. So poll is launched. We'll give you a few more seconds to get your vote in. And let's see what the results are. So we still got about 20 people to vote, so make sure you get your vote in. Okay. All right. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2. Oh, this is going to be kind of close. Interesting. Okay, here we go. In polling, share results. Okay, Carol, walk us through.
Which one does it say is a lie?
Well, they believe number 1 is a lie. They believe choices 2 and 3 are the truth. So what is the answer?
No, it is number 2 is a lie.
Number 2 is the lie.
Yeah.
Wow, very well done, Carol.
I was a nurse, but the only returning Vietnam vet I ever.
Wow, you definitely fooled the club really well today. So congratulations.
Thank you very much, Carol.
Thank you,
Appreciate it.
Carol.
Back to
All
you,
right.
Dave.
Thank you, Pat. Very good. All right, time for announcements. And Jennifer, will give us an announcement on something fun coming up.
Okay, so a week from Friday, that's Friday, March 5th, I believe.
5th.
Yes, we have our virtual wine tasting event. So I have already submitted the orders for the wine tasting kits. So you all should start receiving them. I believe they ship today. We have, I believe, 34 people attending. It should be really fun. It's Opala Wines, and somebody from Paso Robles will actually be virtually guiding us through the wine tasting. So I will send out an email and the Zoom information and all that good stuff. And there should be about an hour for the wine tasting, and then about a half an hour after for us to do one or two fun activities together. Also, I have 2 extra kits. So if any latecomers would still like to attend, please just let me know. I've got 2. So anyway, I'll see you guys next Friday.
Thank you, Jennifer, for putting that together for us. Ian, talk to us a little bit about Rotary Direct. Let's get some more people on that.
Yeah, it's going pretty well. I do appreciate everyone who has signed up. I know there have been a few who have had some stumbling blocks. So David's been kind enough to next week at the meeting give me 2 minutes where I can share my screen and show everyone exactly how to do it, how to walk through the steps. Super easy. And I know you all got my email either Sunday night or Monday morning. So please, once again, consider signing up for Rotary Direct. And if you do before next week, do the oh my God, Dave, which is it? It's
annual fund.
Annual fund. Thank you. Sorry. Please select annual fund because we get a percentage of that back, and that's what we use for our district designated grants. So I will continue to pester you. So please, one more week, put up with me, and then a few more people need to sign up so we can meet our goal. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Ian. Appreciate you doing that. Just a reminder, April 1st will be our evening meeting with our sister club in Tijuana. We have a lot of interesting things planned, so you'll want to make sure you are part of that. So that's it, starting at, Michael, help me out. Is it 5 o'clock on the 1st? Michael Jansen, is he on?
I was going to say it's 8 o'clock my time.
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock, yes.
5
So
o'clock.
8 o'clock your time, Mike. So hopefully you'll jump on, and Darrell. So do that. And then Mike, talk a little bit about the hearing aid. The last time anybody can watch the installation, this will be this Saturday. If you missed it last Saturday, it was really kind of fun. We really had a good time for about a half an hour watching them. So Michael, over to you.
Sure, great. So this Saturday at 9 a.m., we're going to have the last fitting session for the Hearing Aid 3 Global Grant Project in Tijuana. There's approximately 8 additional recipients that will receive their fittings on Saturday. It should last about 20 minutes after it starts. And disregard the email that was sent around last week with the Zoom login. There was another one sent around last night by Chris Steele. I set up a different login account because there were some technical difficulties last week with the Tijuana account. So log in. This will be the last time. There will be no more fitting sessions to view after this. All the equipment will have been installed this Saturday.
Great. Thank you, Michael. Thanks to the International Committee for working on that global grant. It's a really great grant. All right. Another special day for us as we induct another new member to our club. So I'm going to turn it over to Carol for just a minute. Carol, did you want to say something before we get started on that? Carol has done a great job of ushering through our new members and getting them through the process. So Carol, do you want to say something first?
I am okay. Mute. I guess Mike Jansen's going to introduce him in more detail, but I just wanted to say we're so excited about having Shane as a new member, and he's our first in the young professional category, so that's exciting as well.
Great, thank you, Carol. So fellow Rotarians, it's my privilege and pleasure today to welcome into membership in our club a new member, Shane Ahern, who was proposed by Michael Jansen. The proposal has been reviewed and approved in accordance with our club's constitution and bylaws. Shane is with Michael today, so that's terrific. So Shane, membership in Rotary is an honor and a privilege and an opportunity to work with other Rotarians in service above self to change our local and world community. Well, we're honored that you are joining our Rotary Club. We can't make you a Rotarian in the true sense of the word. That's something you must gain for yourself through service to others, through our Rotary Club and through Rotary International, as our club works in the community every day. The community will know and judge both Rotary and our club by your representation of its character and service. We accept you as a member with confidence that our principles of an organization will be safe and secure in hands such as yours. I would normally ask Michael, and I think, Michael, do you have the pin there by chance?
Yes, I do. Can you hear me?
Yes, fantastic. So we will ask Michael to pin our Rotary pin on Shane, and we get to see this virtually rather than live in person, which is terrific. So Michael, if you would do that honor.
Great. Here we go. All right.
Are you socially distancing there, Mike?
I'm sorry?
Are you socially distancing there?
Nah, he's vaccinated and I haven't left my house in about 11 months. So
They're a pod. They're a pod, Trevor.
yeah, we hang out. We're like probably the only people we ever see anybody.
So Shane, wear this with pride. And Michael, tell us a little something about our newest member.
Sure. Well, I've known Shane professionally and personally for a number of years. We've become great friends, Jody and I and his wife, Marge, and he. And he he is with Lockton Insurance Brokers, which is the largest independent insurance brokerage in the world. They're based in Kansas City. And he's an insurance consultant there. He's actually participated, well, he's been in person to our 3 major fundraising events over the years, and he actually helped tear down the last wine event after it was all over. And he secured from Richie Sambora the signed guitar that we auctioned off at the silent auction. So thanks to Shane for all of that. And he's going to do great things. We're going to get him involved in the wine committee, and looking forward to him to turn this red badge into blue. Right. And we also have his Rotary pin to give him that designates you a Rotarian. Beautiful. So
Great.
Welcome, Shane.
Thank you, Michael. Shane, tell us a little bit about you. So welcome.
Yeah, thank you for having me. This is a great honor, and it's something that I've been looking forward to with Mike and really learning more about Rotary. In addition to that, I grew up in Agora Hills over 30 years with my family. My family still resides there. Maybe some of you may know my grandparents, Bill and Diane Locklear. They're heavily involved with the yacht club and the Thousand Oaks community as well. I live in Dos Vientos in Newbury Park, Thousand Oaks area, and I look forward to, making the Conejo Valley even better and being a part of the team and contributing heavily to the community and meeting every one of you individually and personally getting to know you as well.
Great. Thank you, Shane. And so Thousand Oaks Rotary Club, please give Shane your support and your mentorship as he becomes familiar with our club and our members. He is the first one of our young professionals, our new club membership that we designed this year. So we are glad that Shane is trailblazing that. So club, let's give a hearty welcome to our newest member, Shane Ahern.
Welcome, Shane.
All right, and thanks again, Carol, for all your work with our new members and ushering them through the process. All right, we're going to have an auction today, and I'm going to turn it over to Susan. And remember, this is an auction for our annual fund. The funds, as you know, are used for Rotary International, and a piece of that pie comes back to us for a district grants, as Ian was talking about earlier. So, Susan, I will turn it over to you.
Thank you very much, President Dave. Well, today we have a couple of items. I sent the information out last week. So I hope you remember that we are lucky enough to have a couple of items donated to us by Sue Engler and her husband, Bob. Well, there, oh, here we go. That's the first one I want to put up is her handmade sourdough loaves of bread. She makes these at home. She'll deliver them to you. She can make 2 on one day and 2 on the next. And she said it can either be rosemary sourdough or regular sourdough. So I would like to start the bidding. Now remember, we're raising this money for our club's annual fund. So let's get very generous. I'd like to start the bid. I would love to get a rosemary one for $25. So I'm going to bid $25 on a loaf. Would anybody else like to raise that bid or match it? If we want to match it at 25, that's
50. 50.
50? Was
Yeah.
that KT?
Yep.
Who was that?
That was KT.
Oh, that was KT. 50.
Hey, Jerry, you know, you could raise the bid on KT.
So we have a bid of $50. Again, if somebody would like to outbid the 50, that's fine. If not, I'll accept a matching $50 for the 4 loaves. That was for 1 loaf there, KT?
Yes.
You must have a lot of bread.
I'll do it. Andrea will do 60.
Oh, 60. That's lovely, Andrea. I have a bid of 60 for a loaf. I'll match the 60 and I will take a loaf for $60.
All right.
KT, do you want to match the 60?
I will take a loaf for $60.
Who's that?
Michelle.
Michelle, okay.
It's Eddie, but it's Michelle.
Yeah, I'll take it for 62.
There we go.
Borrow 10 from Jerry.
There we go. We just sold all 4 loaves for a total of $240. Way to go, guys. Awesome.
All right, Rotarians. Awesome.
Way to go.
I just need to know if you want rosemary or traditional. I've got 2 rosemary ready now. I can do traditional for tomorrow. So whatever you guys want, just let me know.
Rosemary.
Who's that?
For Michelle.
Thank you.
Andrea will take rosemary also.
And KT, what about you?
I will hold off for a week because we have too much bread right now, but I'll take rosemary.
Very good. So all rosemary there, Sue. Thanks so much. Okay, President Dave, if you'll put the second item up. This is very special. This is a bowl that Bob Engler, who is our Mayor Pro Tem, as you know, and Susan's husband, which is more important, hand makes these beautiful bowls. It's a small bowl. It's about 8 or 9 inches by 5 inches, but they're absolutely beautiful. I don't know if you've ever seen these in person. He's donated some for auctions before, but it's absolutely incredible. So I would like to start the bidding at $75. Do I hear 75?
Hey, Susan, I'll go in for 100 because there's a crack in it.
Mike Ebert. Mike Ebert bidding $100. Do I hear 125? Mike Ebert's bid 100. Do I hear 125? No bids? 100 once?
I'll do 125 just so we can save shipping to North Carolina.
Who is that? Oh, Felix, bless your heart.
And Mike, there's plenty of wood around there from all those trees anyway. So
Felix, that was one.
Yeah, Mike could carve his own.
Felix, it's a beautiful bowl and it's worth probably more than 125. So thank you so much for doing that. We have 125. Do I have 150?
I'll go 135 because there's a crack and a nick out of it.
All right, Mike Ebert's bid 135. I guess the $10 will cover shipping. We have 135, or I'll keep it for you, Mike. When you come out here, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, we'll be there at Christmas time or summer.
Summer, perfect. All right, so we have 135. Do I hear a bid of 145? Mike Ebert's bid 135.
Susan, Andrea will do 140.
140. Way to go, Andrea. Andrea, it's a beautiful bowl. We have 140. Do I hear 150?
Yes, you do.
Oh,
All right.
way to go, Mike. Mike, we have 150. Do I have a bid of 160? We have a bid of 150 by Mike Hebert. Got 150 going once. 150
Do
going
160.
160. Woohoo!
All right, Felix.
Felix, way to go. We have a bid of 160. Mike, can you outdo that?
No, Diane just cut me off.
Oh, all right. Felix Wang has a bid of 160. Do I hear 170? We have a bid.
I'll do 165.
165. Way to go, Andrea. We have a bid of 165. Any further bids? 175, Felix?
I'll do 175 because Andrea's can have one of the Boy Scouts carve out one for her anyway. So.
No, I want it.
Lovely, Felix. We have 175. Andrea, did you want to place another bid? Maybe 180?
I'll do 176.
All right, 176, Felix. 176.
176.01.
And you want the ship, right, Felix?
Yeah.
All right, we got to get
I'll
last.
just make it, Susan, just make it even 200.
Oh, Felix, $200 going once, 200 going twice. Felix has got the bowl for $200. Felix, thank you.
All right, great.
Wow.
Great.
Excellent.
That's awesome. Thank you. And Sue, thank you so much.
Very well.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you, Susan. A great auction today. And Sue and Bob, thank you so much for your generosity in providing those items for the club. We're
I'll
great.
coordinate with everyone.
Excellent. All right, let's go over to Hugo for Happy Dollars before we move into our program. So Hugo, unmute and over to you.
Yeah, I have unmuted and it is Happy Dollar time. And since I only see 12 of you, if you can somehow make your name known, I'll call upon you.
Hugo,
tell
I
me-
got one.
Okay, but how much, Trev?
I have a happy 5.
Okay.
To Pat McCoy, he did an awesome job with economic forecast last week. So I just want to say congrats to an awesome event and thank you for doing it, Pat. You're the man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Trevor. Who else?
Michelle,
Michelle.
I have 5 happy dollars. Welcome Shane to our group of crazy Rotarians. And we already have a job for you. So you'll be getting an email from me or from Mike. He'll share it with you. We've got something going on tomorrow morning. So pay attention and hopefully we'll get to meet you and we'll bring you a yellow vest and get to work.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Michelle. Shane, you look good in yellow. Who else is?
Hugo. I had one.
Okay, Pat, go ahead.
Yes. Thanks, everybody, for coming to our 29th annual Economic Outlook Forecast. That was a record number, by the way, the most we ever had. Maybe it was because it was so easy to attend, but I really appreciate it. I just want to say one other thing that we're going to have a recording available for those of you that weren't able to attend the meeting. One of the beautiful things about the internet, and we can have that. So you'll see it available probably next week. We'll put a banner back up on our website. We had some edits we had to do. I screwed up in a couple of things, but we got that all done, and we'll have that for you next week. So
Good. Was it 10 or 15, Pat?
it's $20.
20.
The $15 discount is gone, but ask your friends that went to it. It's well worth it. Donation to our club, and it's
Yep.
available for all your friends and everybody. We'll
You're up
put
to
it back
20
up and
you're
try
up to
to.
25 now, Pat.
I have some happy dollars, Hugo.
Okay.
Patricia.
go.
The first $5 is to welcome Shane. We're looking forward to meeting you in person. And the second 5 is I'm so excited that I got my first Moderna shot, thanks to a tip from Chris Steele on how to get an appointment. So if Chris is on, thank you, Chris, for your help.
Okay.
All right, I saw Ken Kossoff's hand up.
Hey there.
Go ahead,
I've
Ken.
got 25 happy dollars. 24 of them are for 24 years of Rotary. Spotty attendance, and the last dollar is because I'm a few weeks late, which is expected, although my attendance actually has been better on Zoom than
Nobody said a thing, Ken. Thank you.
Ken, are you expecting that you're late?
All right, Ken. Daro, I see your hand up.
Yes, I have $25 because of welcoming Shane and his grandparents, especially Diane, were friends of mine in Thousand Oaks. So welcome to him.
Thank
and
you.
I'll mail in a check for $25.
Thank you, Darrell. Is that Texas currency? Who else has got their hand up?
Yes.
I see JT's hand up. JT,
Yes, I have my hand up. I have $5 for Pat McCoy. That was the best one we've had, I felt. It was so focused and so good. And it was so uplifting for the area. I mean, it really helped us understand a little bit more about what's going on. So, and those that haven't seen it, it's worth the $20 to see the recording.
Well,
Thanks,
thank you.
Pat.
Thank you so much. You know, for this year being such a powerful year for women, we had 3 powerful women, and I appreciate you saying that. By the way, Hugo, that was $5.
You're up to 30 now, Pat.
All right, last one. Anybody else on for happy dollars? I don't see anybody else. Hugo, do you?
No, I don't. I wouldn't call on them if I did.
All right, thank you, Hugo. Great job. All right, now time for our special program today. I'm going to turn it over to Trevor to get us started. So Trevor, over to you.
Thank you, Dave. So I'm excited for today. 2 of my favorite things about Rotary are youth services and giving, and today is both of those. So our future relies on the younger generations to be educated and well-informed, and I'm proud to see there's so many strong youth that we came in contact. Oh, by the way, today is the 4-way essay test contest, or 4-way essay test contest, yeah, in case I didn't mention that. So I'm proud to see so many strong people and in all of our programs, as well as the other programs in the community. And thank you to all the parents of our winners. We're happy to see that there's such strong guidance at home that allows them to grow into the best adults and members of society that they can be. So today we're celebrating the winners of our 4-way essay test contest for high school. We do this contest every year, and the winners from this contest then get submitted to the district Rotary contest. And in the past, we have had some of those essays win too, so that gives the students additional money for scholarship winnings. So normally this is an in-person contest at our meeting, or not contest, but it's an in-person meeting. So we invite the students, we invite their parents, all the school officials to the meeting. But of course, this year we're on Zoom, so a little different. We give the winners an award and then usually cash. So of course, this year we're making some changes. We're gonna be mailing the checks out with the award, and those go to the winners since we're not meeting in person. So 3rd place gets $250, 2nd place gets $300, and 1st place gets $500. So our club hopes that this money can be used to better help the winners in the community, education, or whatever else they may need to become a great person in society. So this year we had a ton of great entries. We got about 80 submissions to the contest, as well as we had late submissions and other people disqualified for whatever reason. And there's definitely a lot of interesting ones out there. So one thing I love about reading all the essays is it brings me back to the high school mindset. You get to see some of the things that are a big deal to people when they're younger, things that were good to you and to people now, some modern conflicts that never existed when we were their age. So digital age, cell phones, influence that technology brings is definitely a lot of conflicts in these essays. And then this year we also added a lot of social distancing and remote education issues. So we saw a lot of essays dealing with that. Our committee reads over all the essays that are submitted. We pick out personal favorites, and then we put those together and we choose the winner out of those essays. So thank you to the committee that worked so hard putting this together. The four-way essay test has been a part of our club going on about, I think, 30 years now. We used to do middle school and high school, but middle school, we weren't getting a lot of essays, so we're doing just now high school. So we invite the high school students from Conejo Valley to write about an event in their life, and then apply the four-way test to that event to peaceably resolve the conflict from the event they're writing about. For those of you not familiar with the four-way test, it is the following. 1, is it the truth? 2, is it fair to all concerned? 3, will it build goodwill and better friendships? And 4, will it be beneficial to all concerned? So this is a test that we as Rotarians use and apply to dealings in our daily lives. We have the students write their essay and submit it by email on a deadline. This year was a really fast turnaround. So because we had the meeting so early this year, essays were due less than 2 weeks ago, and here we are today doing the program. So I'm going to share my screen here for a second. I have, well, this will give away the third place contest. So this year, our third place winner is Sophia Alcala. Can you guys see the award up there? Yes? Okay. So, unfortunately, our teacher, Ms. Glusak, was not able to make the meeting today, but we do have the vice principal, Danielle Alveri, here with us today. So thank you for being with us today, Ms. Alveri. Ms. Glusak wanted to share that Sophia is a dedicated 9th grade honors student. She writes beautifully, thus why she joins us today. Not only is Sophia smart and creative, she's always looking to improve. She's an absolute pleasure to have in class, and we're very proud of her. Congratulations, Sophia. So today, Sophia has her dad, Alfonso Alcala, here with us today. Sophia is a freshman at Thousand Oaks High School, and she enjoys playing guitar, skating, listening to music, and watching movies. Welcome, Sophia, and congratulations on behalf of the Rotary Club at Thousand Oaks. Can you please unmute yourself and read your essay for us?
Thank you so much. Okay, finding forgiveness. One of the most impactful experiences I've had in my life was when my mom and dad were getting divorced because of my mom's infidelity. When I found out, I was furious at my mom for what seemed like a year. As I navigated through the process of forgiveness, I applied the four-way test to the situation. I was only about 9 at the time, so cheating was earth-shattering and occupied a lot of time in my mind. This brings up the first question. Is it the truth? I knew it was true because I saw the proof, which made it hurt most. I hadn't yet built up a thick skin and was a complete pushover. I was so hurt that she'd choose another man over her own family, which built up my thick skin. Is it fair to all concerned? For about a year after my mom moved out, my siblings and I refused to see her. She came around once a week and we continuously ignored her. It wasn't fair of her to drop that bomb into our lives, but as I thought about it in depth, I had to admit my actions were harsh. Since I was a pushover, I thought about others a lot and their feelings. Although hesitant, I considered how it felt to my mom when all of her kids ignored her. I wasn't a mean person, but angry and hurt. I couldn't forgive her yet. Will it build goodwill and better friendships? As my brain rushed with guilt and anger, I knew it wasn't realistic to ignore her forever. I'd have to forgive her eventually because, after all, she is my mom, human, and makes mistakes. One big mistake couldn't filter out the years she raised me with love. I still needed a mother figure in my life. Forgiveness was the only resolution, but I needed time to heal. Will it be beneficial to all concerned? I was reluctant to forgive at first, but surprisingly, my dad was the one who explained to me why I had to forgive. He told me she realized the pain she caused and was trying to make up for it. Even though he was hurting, probably more than any of us, he still knew that I should have a relationship with my mom. I realized it was beneficial for me to have a mother and beneficial for her if I forgive and slowly accept her back into our lives. Admittedly, having a relationship is better than not having one. And as time passes, wounds heal. These 4 questions made me accept the pain that happened, and the only way to move forward was to forgive her. I started slowly coming out of the house to see her when she came around. It was a process, but this experience taught me what real forgiveness and healing looked like. Today, I have a relationship with my mom, and I came out of this stronger than before. Thank you.
Thank you, Sophia. We'll be mailing out the award and a check with $250 to you soon. Next, in second place today, we have, sharing my screen here, we have, sorry, I have to move these windows over here. We have Laura Aguilar. Laura is joined today by her mom, Patricia, and Laura's teacher, Mrs. Adams, is here too. She would like to say something quick about Laura. Miss Adams, can you please unmute yourself and tell us about Laura?
Yes, I'm here. We're together in one room, so I'm socially distanced behind Laura. Just wanted to say she is a 4-year member of the Lorena Herald staff. So she's a journalist, she's a newspaper woman, and also a great writer and a great reader. She is a great part of her senior class. She is part of this week. Next week, they're going on Kairos, and she is a Kairos leader. And she is a true example of a Lorena girl. And I'm going to hand it over to Laura so that she can read her essay.
Awesome, thank you, Miss Adams. I have a little bit more here to continue about Laura. So she's a senior at Lorena High. As you said, she writes for the school paper, The Herald, and she's also a member of the National Honor Society. She sings in the school choir, and when she goes to college, she wants to major in psychology, and she wants to become a trauma therapist. So thank you again, Laura, and go ahead.
Okay, so Laura, you're taking this.
Okay, well, thank you. Okay. Sometimes we have to make tough decisions and feelings might get hurt, especially when you have to choose whether you want to spend time with your best friends or your boyfriend. This year, I had to make a tough decision. Because of the pandemic, I couldn't have a birthday party with all my loved ones. I could only spend time outside socially distanced with 1 or 2 people. This brought up a problem: who to invite. Over the years, I've always spent my birthdays with my best friends. We always have a sleepover and an outing. Obviously, we couldn't do that this year, so it seemed natural to just hang out in my backyard on my birthday. This year, however, was not just different because of the pandemic. Now, I had a boyfriend who wanted to spend time with me on my birthday. Normally, this wouldn't be a problem. I would just spend my actual birthday with him and go on a trip with my friends later. But we were in a stay-at-home order, so that plan was nixed. All of them wanted to be with me on my birthday, so no matter what, someone wouldn't be happy. I considered what would be best, and eventually I decided to have my best friends over instead of my boyfriend. It wasn't an easy decision. First, I thought about the first of the 4-way tests. Was it true I had to choose? Was 3 people really that much worse than having 2? I decided yes, I did have to choose one or the other, because mixing bubbles was not the best idea. It would be safest to minimize contact between groups. Next, I asked whether it was fair to all concerned. I had seen my boyfriend more recently than my friends, so it seemed fair that they should be next. I considered the 3rd test. It wouldn't be a perfect solution, but I believed my friends would appreciate it. Choosing them would cause us to grow closer together. My boyfriend, however, wouldn't be as happy. This test stumped me for a while. Finally, the solution came to me, and it seemed so obvious I didn't know why I hadn't thought of it sooner. I would FaceTime him on my birthday instead. It wouldn't be the same, but it would be pretty close, and I would still get to talk to him for a long time. With this new solution, I decided it passed the 4th test. It would be beneficial to all. My boyfriend was a little hurt, but he got over it, and we had a great time on FaceTime that night. My friends came over, and it was a lot of fun to see them. When I lay in bed that night, I thought about how lucky I was to have people who cared about me enough to want to be with me, and I realized that was the best kind of problem to have. Thank you.
Thank you, Laura. We'll be sending out the award and the check for $300 to you soon. Now, in first place, I'm going to attempt to share my screen again. We have, and I apologize if I mispronounce her name, but we have Zainab. Zainab does an impressive amount of charity work and volunteer work in the community. Her parents, and again, I apologize, I think it's Hussefa and Nadia, are here in the meeting with us today, as well as Vice President Oliveri. Zainab's English teacher cannot be here today, but she wanted to share something about her. Zainab is the best kind of student in English class because she's not afraid to express her opinion and defend it with academic language and strong logic. It is such a pleasure working with her because she has such great language control and so is able to express her ideas while still being willing to listen to other perspectives. She is so deserving of the accolades she's receiving today because of how hard she works. And then on top of that, We also have Andrea Mcclellan here today from the Boy Scouts of America, and she'd like to say something as well. Go ahead, Andrea.
And I hope I'm saying it correct too, Zainab. I want you to know that we are very proud of you at Boy Scouts of America for all you've accomplished. And for Rotary members who don't know this, as Thousand Oaks Rotary Club is a charting organization for PAC 3732, Los Robles Hospital is a charting organization for the only healthcare exploring post in Ventura County. All of those boys and girls that you see, the teenagers that you see at the police department and the fire department, these are all Boy Scouts. And Zainab is part of the exploring post at Los Robles Hospital, where she's been able to learn all kinds of healthcare experience, whether she wants to be a doctor or a nurse or wants to work the front desk, they get experiences in all healthcare. And there are over 150 applicants every year that apply for these positions, and many are turned away. And she has been a very good student with them and has had leadership positions. She's a lieutenant right now, and we are very proud of you. Congratulations, and I look forward to all you're going to do in the future.
Thank you, Andrea. So to continue on about Zainab, she's a junior at Thousand Oaks High School. She's an intern at Westminster Free Clinic. She's a member of the National Charity League at Vista Robles, as well as a 3-time Presidential Volunteer Service Award, Bronze Award winner. She's a community at large member of Simi Valley Youth Council, a Thousand Oaks High School representative for Student District Advisory Council, and as Andrea said, a lieutenant in Ventura County Post 911 medical program at Los Robles, and still has time to write essays and go to school too, apparently, with all this going on. So thank you for joining us today, Zainab, and congratulations. Could you please unmute yourself and read your essay?
Thank you so much. Okay, so during a time of panic, confusion, and pandemic, a teenage girl needs a moral compass to figure out if she's doing the right thing. Actions and promises that support the truth, are fair to all concerned, build goodwill and better friendships, and lastly, are beneficial to all concerned, are the fundamentals of the 4-way test. I am a junior in high school with a driver's license and a mountain of homework. I always find it necessary to ask myself if the actions I pursue follow the ideals of the 4-way test. A few days ago, I had plans to socially distance meet a friend of mine for a hike the following morning. That evening, I realized I had not finished a task I had signed up for through the National Charity League, completing science kits for at-risk youth through Discovery Science. They were required to be delivered at 12 p.m. the same day of the hike. At-risk kids look forward to these kits since it allows them to experience and experiment with science. For a moment, I wanted to email the director, telling her that something urgent came up, but that was not the truth. Telling the truth is a difficult thing sometimes. It requires complete honesty, no matter the situation. I had to tell myself that the truth was that I fell behind and I still need to follow through with my promise. The truth meant finishing the task at hand and canceling plans. Although socializing seemed more entertaining at the time, it was not fair to the organization and certainly not to the at-risk children for me to make service to my community a lower priority. Fairness is tricky, especially when one has to give up an activity that provides near-term pleasure for long-term happiness. I knew for myself that fulfilling a promise, no matter how trivial, was the right choice. Fairness is easy to demand for oneself, but difficult to provide to others. I knew what it was like to be in an unfair situation, like not being able to attend school in person. I knew that the kids had it worse, as they were missing out on prime childhood moments. In this situation, it was fair to all concerned that I fulfill my commitment. Strengthening our communities during this pandemic is critical. Many receive limited resources, help, and health. It was paramount for me to remember that I have been blessed with goodwill and good friendships in my community, but many have not been so lucky, meaning that creating goodwill and friendships with others in my community cannot be more important, which is why choosing to fulfill my task was not a difficult decision to make. My decision was beneficial to myself and others. I received the opportunity to meet new people and build new friendships in my community. Children who could not go to school could now experience the excitement of elementary science and its fun experiments. Is that a surprising outcome to following the 4-way test? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Zainab. I'm very impressed with all you do in the community. We'll be mailing out the award and the check for you very soon. And on behalf of the Rotary Club of Thousand Oaks, I want to thank all of you guys for participating in the contest, and congratulations to all of you. I'm proud to see such bright leaders and positive influences coming up in the community, such as yourselves. President Dave, meeting's back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Trevor and Andrea, for all your work on the four-way essay contest. Congratulations to our winners, Zainab, Laura, and Sophia. Thank you so much for coming today and sharing with us, and for your parents and teachers being here. We greatly appreciate it. It's our honor to have you with us today and to really get a great glimpse into the future of our community, and it looks very bright. So thank you so much for sharing with us today. Normally we give our speakers a book, and I think we will do that today on behalf of all three speakers. So Nancy, I think you're doing the book today. So will you talk a little bit about what that is?
Yes, thank you to the recipients. You're excellent. We really appreciate all your hard work and your commitment to excellence. We present a Title I school with a book in your behalf, in your honor, for your wonderful works today. And today we're presenting Captain Awesome Saves the Winter Wonderland. With your names will be in the book. We'll be proud to present that in your behalf. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nancy. I want to thank everyone for being here today and for being part of the program. Thanks to the greeters today, Todd and Karen. Maria, thank you for doing guest introductions. Hugo, thank you for Happy Dollars, and for Tanya taking notes. Steve, we appreciate the inspirational moment and pledge. Nancy provided our song today. Chris Lamia, thank you for a fine session. Susan, great auction today. Thank you. And Pat McCoy, fun time as always. We appreciate all that you do. We're glad to have all of our guests today. Ellen was with us today. Alexandria, welcome. We're glad you're here. We hope you will join us again. Welcome to the community. Darrell, good to see you again. And Mike, always good to see you from North Carolina. Thanks to the parents and teachers. Our newest members, Placide DeSalva is here with us today, and also another good big hi and congratulations to Shane Ahern, our newest member of the club. So welcome to both of you again. Just remember this. I think it's very appropriate during this last year of much change. It's not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent, but the one most responsive to change. That's according to Darwin, at least. So have a great week. That's all there is for this February 25th, 2021. Remember, there is a vocational meeting immediately following our club meeting. So make sure that if you're on that committee, that you're here. Everyone have a great week, and congratulations again to our student winners of the four-way essay contest. Great job today. So thanks to everybody, and we'll see you soon.
Hello, folks. Hi, guys.
Miss Michelle.
Michelle.
Hey, guys.
Hi there.
What a great, that's one of my favorite meetings every year.
Hey, T, I just emailed you all the notes. Did you get that?
I didn't check yet, but thanks
Okay.
a lot, Trevor.
I
I'm
just
sure
basically
got
put the scripting in there so you have all the notes and what they did and what they're part of, whatever you might
Good.
want. So.
And I'll let Tanya know that too, so she doesn't have to worry about it.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you guys. Have a good day.
Thank you, Trevor, for all your work. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Hi, team. How are you guys?
Great.
Good.
I love that meeting. Okay, so this is the scoop. So first of all, thank you all, because we are an amazing team. We've done some great things this year. So I am so proud of all of us and all of you, and yeah. Okay. So we have 3 more weeks with we have 9 grocery stores and 3 more weeks. We're gonna do 3 grocery stores a week for the next 3 weeks. And we've had a lot of requests for bigger groups, and we've been talking about